The question of whether morality can exist without God is one of the most profound and contentious debates in philosophy and ethics. Many people believe that moral values and duties are grounded in a divine source, arguing that without God, there would be no absolute standard for right and wrong. This perspective is often rooted in the belief that morality is not merely a human construct, but rather a reflection of a higher power's will and purpose. Conversely, some argue that moral principles can be derived from secular reasoning, suggesting that humans can establish ethical guidelines independent of religious beliefs. However, as we delve deeper into this question, it becomes clear that the absence of God may leave morality lacking in coherence, consistency, and ultimate accountability. For believers, the foundation of morality is inherently tied to God's character and teachings. In Christianity, the Ten Commandments serve as a divine moral code, providing clear guidance on how to live in accordance with God's will. These commandments not only delineate right from wrong, but also emphasize the importance of love, compassion, and justice. The Bible teaches that God is love, 1 John 4:8, underscoring that moral behavior is not merely a list of rules, but a reflection of God's nature. This understanding fosters a sense of accountability, as believers recognize that their moral choices are not just societal expectations, but are ultimately aligned with divine principles. In Islam, morality is also deeply rooted in the teachings of Allah and the Prophet Muhammad. The Quran provides clear moral guidance, instructing believers on how to conduct themselves in various aspects of life, from personal relationships to social justice. The Islamic concept of sharia encompasses ethical principles derived from divine revelation, emphasizing that morality is not subjective, but rather rooted in a transcendent source. For Muslims, living a moral life is seen as a form of worship, aligning their actions with the will of Allah and striving to embody virtues such as honesty, kindness, and respect. On the other hand, proponents of secular morality argue that ethical principles can emerge from human experiences, social contracts, and rational thought. They contend that empathy and societal well-being can serve as a foundation for moral values, suggesting that humans are capable of establishing a code of ethics based on reason and common good. However, this perspective raises significant challenges. Without a divine standard, moral relativism may prevail, leading to the belief that morality is subjective and can vary from one culture or individual to another. If moral values are not grounded in an absolute source, can we truly claim that one action is better than another? This lack of a solid foundation can lead to confusion and inconsistency in moral reasoning. Moreover, the question of accountability arises when considering morality without God. If ethical standards are simply human constructs, what happens when individuals choose to act contrary to those standards? In a secular framework, there may be no ultimate consequence for immoral behavior, leading to a troubling reality where individuals can justify harmful actions without fear of divine judgment. In contrast, belief in a higher power instills a sense of moral responsibility and accountability, where individuals are not only answerable to society, but ultimately to God. Additionally, the human experience itself often points to a universal understanding of right and wrong, suggesting an inherent moral law that transcends cultural differences. C.S. Lewis, a renowned Christian apologist, argued that the existence of a moral law implies the presence of a moral lawgiver. The shared values of compassion, justice, and honesty found across diverse cultures indicate that there is a fundamental understanding of morality that cannot be easily explained by evolutionary processes alone. This shared moral intuition suggests a deeper truth, that our moral compass is connected to something greater than ourselves. In conclusion, while some may argue that morality can exist without God, the challenges of coherence, accountability, and universality make it difficult to establish a robust ethical framework in a secular context. For believers, morality is intrinsically tied to the divine, providing clear guidance and a sense of purpose in navigating ethical dilemmas. The belief in a higher power offers an unwavering foundation for moral values, inviting individuals to live in accordance with a divine standard that reflects love, justice, and compassion.